Alright, Shalom, Shalom. It's the brother Kalaya coming at you with a in-transit video. Alright, and before I get started, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to those elect. Shalom. Alright, and this in transit video is going to be based around, the sufferings in which we have to endure, okay, and the things in which, pretty much consist of this truth, right? In the beginning stages of learning about the truth, we learn that, we're Israelites and that, we are a chosen race of people. Okay, we are dear unto the Lord. And also we learn about the promises, okay, of the kingdom, the new bodies, things of that nature, right? But one thing that, is constantly reminded of us throughout the scriptures is the fact that, pretty much in order to receive those things, one must, go through a plethora of basically attacks, man, right, by Satan. You see, in order to acquire, the riches, the glory, the purity of being in the kingdom, being a first fruit, one must go through temptations, man. All right. So I just wanted to, especially after some current events, I just wanted to put my 2 cents on this and send it out there to whomever needs this. All right. But I'm gonna start off with Sirach 2:1, and it reads, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Alright, so before you pretty much begin to go down this course in which we call, the truth, you have to understand that these are the things in which come with it, right? Yes, there's honey, which is sweet unto a man, alright, which are the good things, the pleasurable things, alright, the things in which we desire. But in order to enjoy the sweet splendor of the honey, one must undergo the chastening, okay, the bitter, okay, the correction, the rebuke, that comes by way of what? Molding yourself into that perfect, being, right? And when I mean perfect being, what I mean is the finished product that we will get, at the end of this course, alright? That complete being, understanding and knowing the truth, and becoming one with Yahushai, Yahweh Yahushai again, man. Okay? Verse 2, it says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble." Alright? Because you have to understand that this truth, it's an ongoing thing until we out of here. Okay? The truth don't stop just because you leveled up, a level or been in the truth for so many years. Okay, it don't stop. The truth don't stop until we on those chariots, man. Okay? So with that being said, if the truth don't stop, then the afflictions and the endurance mustn't stop. Alright? Because we're constantly trying to perfect ourselves and make our bodies, that perfect sacrifice for Yahushua, man. Alright? We're always improving, who we are. More studying, more, conforming our ways unto the truth, unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, unto the ways of righteousness. Alright? And that's an ongoing thing. That's why I said, and constantly endure. You know, and I'm not gonna get it, but I'll roughly paraphrase it. Hey, Satan desires, okay, to sift the elect. You see? Satan desires to sift the elect. He don't desire to sift 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Look at this stupid motherfucker. Slack it, bro. But he don't desire to sift 2/3 of the nation of Israel. He already got them. He want the elect. All right, that's part of his assignment, is to try the elect, man. Okay. But verse 3, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away. Oh, Salaki, I wanted to mention this too. It says, and make not haste in time of trouble. And that's a skill that needs to be practiced. And first it needs to be learned, and then it needs to be practiced. Right? Faith is a skill, man. And I mean that with all humility. Hey, the Lord gives, you know, the gift of faith, but we exercise it through the things in which we go through, whether that's financial situations, all right, mental situations, okay, living situations, whatever the case may be. We get the practice of exercising faith, all right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Though it's given unto us, the Lord gives us opportunities to show our faith, right? And Salakia for the fucking constant movement of the car, or the camera, so to speak, Salakia. But so that's why I say it's a skill, all right? The more and more Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua puts us through things, the more and more our skill increases in using faith, man, in utilizing the faith that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua gives us. Because without, the usage of or the practice of our faith, how do we think we're gonna be able to prepare for that great day, man? For Jacob's trouble, for the MOTB. These things must be exercised. You see? Verse 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And with being changed to a lower state, one must understand that that's gonna happen to everybody, man. Okay? That's gonna happen to everybody. We gonna all be changed to a lower state at some point of time in this truth, right? Because we have to be changed, right? We have to put off basically the mortal clothing and put on as the elect. So, with that being said, by us being broken down, right, being stripped away of earthly pleasures, okay, of comforts that this world brings us. It brings us closer to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, and ultimately, going back to what I said earlier, exercises that faith, man. Verse 5, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So, if you're going through, different trials, tribulations, and things of that nature, hey, take it with you, because the Lord find you acceptable to even be in the furnace, man. And that's why we pray for endurance, because though we understand that the furnace comes with this truth, right? And the irony behind that phrase, okay, being a gold being tried in the furnace, what's the outcome of gold being put in a furnace, right? The finished product, okay? That beautiful, piece of gold in which, it shines and gives off its glory, man. But first, it have to be purified and have to be purged of the impurities, the things in which the gold don't need, in its final product. And that's the same with us, man. Okay? So take it cheerfully when you being brought to a lower state. When and it hurt too. I'm gonna say that, because it's easier said than done. All right, it hurts. being changed to a lower state hurts, but you got to get through it, man. Change and growth hurts because it's stripping you away from your comforts. So with that being said, you know, you Akim and Aquat out there, the few that's listening, hey, take it with you, okay? I'm gonna get one more precept and I'm gonna end it because I'm closing in on my location, all right, the designated location. But and I'm tired of this fucking camera rocking, bro. That's kind of becoming an issue. There's always some shit, but that's a part of it too. Being changed to that lower state. You know, Jake got some issues going on with the vehicle that's making it rock in that manner, but nevertheless, you know, those things that get fixed with time. So let me get this. Alright, this is the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3, and it reads, it says, therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. Alright? Enduring hardness, alright, as a good soldier. You gotta let that sink in because, you know, technically we are soldiers for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. You know? We're fighting in his glorious army. And we on the front lines. Okay? We're actually tangoing with the enemy head on. Alright? But it's not a physical war. Our warfare is not carnal, as the scriptures say, but it's spiritual. You know, roughly paraphrasing, man. And this is a part of that glorious battle in which we fight. Alright? The Lord is stripping us of carnal means and giving us spiritual armor and weapons that we may be able to, you know, complete the task at hand. You see? Chanting down this devil. You can't chant down the devil when you still have parts, right, of this world that's pulling you away from your calling, which is fighting on the side of the Lord, man. Okay? Verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier. Okay? And ultimately, hey, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua chose, you know, each and every one of the elect, Lord willing, myself and who's ever, you know, listening and taking heed unto this video epistle is a part of that chosen number, man. Okay, the elect. You see? But, you know, let me read it one more time. Let me look at it again. Yeah, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. All right, so we understand that the affairs of this life are orchestrated first and foremost in the heavens by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in order, you know, it's like a rite of passage in order to make us tough, okay? In order to give us the necessary faith to endure, all right, the impending doom of America, because it's going to take an immense amount of faith in order for us to stay, you know, locked in and stand on our square, man, and fall on our sword as warriors for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. You know? And I'm actually finna be pulling up to this location within like 1 minute. So, you know, Lord willing, hey, this you know, in transit video was uplifting and edifying, exhorting, man, all right, first and foremost to the 144,000, and then those that cling unto the body, which is the innumerable multitude, all right, which consists of men, women, and children that believe on the gospel, man. You know, so Lord willing, this video was edifying. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to those elect. Shalom and Abba Val.